Pranam. In this video, we are going to solve the sum number 8, which you can see over here. It reads like this: the following balances are extracted from the books of Kautilya and Company on 31st March 2018. You are required to prepare the trading account and profit and loss account and the balance sheet as on that day. So over here, we are supposed to prepare all the three statements. We all know that trading account is drafted or made so as to get the gross profit, which is very critical. As I always say, gross profit is the economics of business. And from that gross profit, when we are going to reduce the other costs, you get the net profit. That's the result of the profit and loss account. So we are going to make all three statements in this sum: trading account, profit and loss account, and the balance sheet, as we did in the class. So over here also, while you are reading the sum, you are going to write with your pen over here where this specific item will be, where the entry will be posted. So either this item will go in trading, P&L, or balance sheet. On what side also you are going to post it, that's what you're going to write with your pen. So let us first complete what we do as in the class. So stock on 1st April. This is my opening stock. We all know that the opening stock is recorded on the debit side of the trading account. So just make a note over that this particular item, opening stock, should be on the debit side of the trading account as opening balance. Then we have BRS, bills receivable. What are bills receivable? They are basically simply debtors. Okay, they are like people from whom you have to get the money. So bills receivable is an asset. Assets are always there recorded in the balance sheet on the asset side. So we'll put up bills receivable on the asset side. Then we have purchases. Purchases, as we had seen in the class also. Purchases is basically either you can assume it to be a real account or a nominal account. In both the cases, the result will be same. We'll put this purchases on the debit side of the trading account. So just note it over there somewhere over here. Purchase will go on the debit side of the trading account. Wages, these are those salaries that are paid to the people who work in the factory. They are the value creators for a business. Wages are debited to the trading account. So you'll just put it over here once more. Wages debit on the trading account. Then we have paid insurances over here. Insurance will go to the profit and loss account. There are many, thoughts over here. People try to split in two parts. Insurance that is taken for factory, machinery, and all the things. People also try to put up in a trading account. However, in this sum, we are trying to put the whole insurance as a part of my profit and loss account. So please make a note over there that insurance should be debited to P&L account. Then I have sundry debtors. Who are these guys? These are the people to whom we have sold goods on credit. The money is still receivable from them. So we'll say that this sundry debtors will be on the asset side of the balance sheet as current assets. So debtors are on the asset side of the balance sheet. Then we have carriage inwards. What is carriage inwards? That amount that you pay so as to bring the material to your own factory or your warehouse. Now, carried inwards will be a trading account expense. It will go to trading on the debit side. You can also say that it can be an addition to the cost of the stock. That's what we are going to learn as we are going to learn probably the Ind AS 2, wherein we will try to understand how we are going to measure the stock. So right now, please put the carriage inwards in the debit side of trading account. Then commission, it's written DR, debit. So this is a commission. What is DR? Commissions are basically nominal accounts. And when I say debit nominal account, it means what? It's basically an expense or a loss. So commission over here means for me is an expense. I put up the commission over here. This debit commission will come on the debit side of the profit and loss account. So you write to commission on the profit and loss account. Please make a note that commission, this debit will go in the profit and loss account on the debit side. Then we have interest on capital. This is the amount that is paid to the proprietor or to the partners on the capital that you have bought in. This will go on the profit and loss account on debit side. So please make a note that interest on capital dash profit and loss account debit. Then we have stationery. Stationery is also an expense. It's a profit and loss item. So we'll write over there stationery profit and loss on the debit side. Then we have return inwards. What are return inwards? Returns are those things that we had sold. Mal becha tha, and that things have came back. So it's my basically sales return. So sales return, there are two things you can do. Either you can write on the debit side of the trading account, or you can just write less returns from the sales. basically we'll follow the second step. That is, we'll say that you will be writing, there will be on the trading account on the credit side, it will be less from sales. So please make a note over there that return inwards will be less from sales. Then we also again have a commission which is credit. So this is my income. This will go where? It will go in the profit and loss account on the credit side. So make a note over there, P&L credit. Then I have return outwards. These are those purchases that we have again send it back to the vendor. So they are the purchase returns. Again, two things you can do: either make it an entry on the credit side of the trading account, or you say less from the purchase. We'll take the second route. We'll say to purchase and less returns. So make a note over here, write that it will be less from purchase. Then we have trade expenses. The trade expenses we are going to put it in the profit and loss account. So just make a note over there, right? Profit and loss on the debit side. Then we have office fixtures. Office fixtures are basically the assets that we have in the office. So it will go in the balance sheet as assets. So make a note that it's balance sheet on the asset side. Cash in hand, cash in bank, both are our assets. It will go in the same side. It will go in the balance sheet on the asset side. So make a note over there. यहाँ पे लिख दो एक बार. It's cash in hand and cash at bank, both will are assets. Go in the balance sheet on the asset side. Then your rent and taxes. It's an expense to us, so it will go on the profit and loss account on the debit side. So make a note over here. Just next to it, right over there. P&L debit. Carriage outwards is a transportation expense that we have paid so as to move our goods from our place to the place of our customer. This is a profit and loss item. It will go somewhere on the debit side of the P&L. So you will write over there to carriage outwards. Just make a note somewhere over here. It's P&L on the debit side. Then we have sales. As we have seen, sales again, there are two ways to record sales. Either you consider it as a real account or as a nominal account. However, in both ways, whatever you consider, the effects on accounts are same. Sales will be a part of the credit side of the P&L account. You'll write over there, sorry, trading account. You'll write buy sales in the trading account. So please make a note over there. Sales will go where? Credit side of the trading account. So it's like trading credit. Make a note over there somewhere near to sales. Then we have bills payable. This is something that we have to pay, as in bills receivables were those things that we are going to receive. Bills payable are something that we are going to pay. So it's our liability that we have to pay. Liabilities always come on the balance sheet on the liability side. So we'll just make a note over there. Bills payable, we'll write on the liability side. So I'm like bills payable liability. Then we have creditors. Creditors are what? They are those guys जिससे हमने माल उधार पे लिया है. You have taken goods on credit over from them. So these are the people whom we have to pay. It's our liability. So we'll go in the balance sheet on the liability side. Make a note over there, balance sheet on the liability side. And then we have capital. Capital will go on the balance sheet as a liability. So make a note, balance sheet liability. So this is how you're going to always bifurcate in the sum itself, where each line item would be posted either in P&L, trading, or balance sheet on what side. And so this is the trial balance that we had done. We also have closing stock. Now this is an adjustment. It's given to us beyond the trial balance. So please remember a rule in accounting. The trial balance items will have only one effect. That is either it will go to profit and loss account, balance sheet, or trading account. However, the things that are there given to you as an adjustment, which is over and above the trial balance, will have minimum two effects. So closing stock will have two effects. One effect is that it will go somewhere on the credit side of the trading account. You'll write buy closing stock. And the other is that it's my asset. So hence it will go in the balance sheet as an asset. So right, there are two effects. Effect number one, as V करके लिख दो वहाँ पे one for effect number one is what? Trading credit. Effect number two क्या है वहाँ पे? Balance sheet on the asset side. So once you have noted all these things, then you are going to prepare trading account, P&L account, and the balance sheet, and just post the items. So now let us see. It's over here, which you can see. I have made a trading account, trading and profit and loss account of Mrs. Kautilya for the year ended 31st March 2018. So we have just written whatever we have just posted what we just wrote somewhere on the books on that paper. So I have opening balance on the debit side, and we had said that two purchase hai, usme se I have done sales. As always, we make two columns, inner column and outer column. Anything that is adjustment. So purchase mein ek adjustment tha. So that is written in the inner column. That's 90,500 less the returns, purchase returns 250. and the net amount goes in the outer column, 19,250. Wages are debited to trading account, carriage inward on the credit account. Then we had sales that came on the credit account. You can see that it's in the inner column. Why? Because I have an adjustment to it. वहां से मुझे कुछ deduct करना है, add करना था. What is that? Sales return 650 रुपए का. So 25,000 minus 650, I have a net sales of 24,350. And this is the closing stock. Again, please remember this. Trial balance will have only one effect. Adjustment will have more than one effect. So closing stock, एक यहाँ पे लिखा है 12,500. And the same thing you are going to write somewhere in the balance sheet as 12,500. So there will be two effects of closing stock. Then we also have insurance, commission, interest on capital, stationery, trade expense, rent. ये सब क्या है? These are all the expenses given to us in the trial balance जो हमने debit किया है on the debit side of the total loss account. We also had a commission, a credit of that has gone. ये अपना वो income दिखा रहा है ना? They had written the sum that it is commission credit. So if you see this is over here, commission credit. It will come over here, 200 रुपए का. Once we have posted the items, we still have the balance sheet. यहाँ पे we have to post cash in hand, cash at bank, bills receivable. फिर ये अपना closing stock है, debtors and other and office fixtures. All these things are written on the asset side. Similarly, I'll have creditors, bills payable, capital. Now capital will always come in the inner column because हर साल जो भी हम profit बनाएंगे, that after paying, doing drawings or paying dividends will be added to the capital account. So as we had done, as we had seen in the class that how from PAT you reduce the dividend and that dividend goes to where added to your reserves and surplus. Similarly, यहाँ पे भी capital है, उसको inner column में लिखना है because वहाँ पे profit का adjustment आएगा ही आएगा. ये profit हम कहाँ करेंगे? We'll add it and add it to our capital. So let us see this. After doing the whole profit and loss account, इसके बाद हम क्या करेंगे? We have to balance it. So first we will do what? We'll do a total of this thing. So I'll say total of debit कितना यहाँ पे दिख रहा है? It is 21,550. ठीक है. Credit का कितना दिख रहा है? 36,850. What does it mean? That my credit side is more than my debit side. So in this case, I'll say my credit is more than my debit. So I have a credit balance. और ये closing credit balance होगा आएगा on the, which will go on the opposite side, that is on the debit side. Okay. So मैंने इसका total करके यहाँ पे लिख दिया. Then I've just taken this total from over here. यहाँ से from the credit side I've just put it over here. And then I'll do what? I will do a balancing thing. Means I'll do what? 36,000 minus the total of debit. Okay. So this is what I'll get. I'll get 15,300 as my gross profit. This gross profit is the credit balance, credit closing balance है यहाँ पे. This will be my opening balance for my total loss account. So from carried down, I'll make it brought down. So I'll say gross profit brought down, same 15,300. Okay. Then we have already posted the expense and incomes. So now again over here we have to do what? We have to total both. So when I total this, this is my balance figure. When I total this, it comes to 2,900. And what is the credit total is 15,500. So credit is more than debit against the credit balance. So profit आएगा यहाँ पे भी. Okay, my income is more than my expenses. So what I'll do, this is what, I'll do a sum of this thing. So sum कर दिया. यहाँ पे same चीज I'll run on debit side and I'll do a balance. क्या करूँगा मैं उसके लिए? Total minus sum of all the expense. मतलब income minus expense कर दिया मैंने. So I'll get my net profit transferred to capital account. तो जो 12,600 आया, it's my net profit. This 12,600 will go somewhere over here and add it to the capital, 12,600. So when I add them, my outer column capital is 21,550. इसके बाद there is nothing that remains. So I'll do a total of assets. It comes to 32,875. I'll do a total of liabilities. It comes to 32,875. So my asset and my liability both are matching. They are tallying up. So we say that the sum is over and probably we are correct. But please remember that जरूरी नहीं है कि हरदम ये correct हो. As I told you last time also in that that example wherein we had an issue in somewhere in our Sholapur client. So ये ध्यान रखना that डेबिट क्रेडिट का टैली होना इज जस्ट अ वे दैट मैथमेटिकल सही है, conceptually सही है क्या नहीं है. It is not a tallying is not a what to say yardstick to say that you are conceptually correct in the whole sum. Hope this will help you. Thank you so much.